Today we are working on solving inequalities by multiplying and dividing. 11.4, problem number 2, negative 90 is less than or equal to 45. What is our first step? Madison? Divide by negative 9. Why are we dividing by negative 9, Madison? To get the variable alone now. So Madison, clean it up. What do you got? B is less than or equal to negative 5. And did you graph it? Yeah. Did you check your answer? And did it work? All right, so correct me if I'm wrong, Madison. You put a negative 5 here, you put a negative 4 here, and you put a negative 6 here like I want you to do. And are we putting an open circle or a closed circle at negative 5? So we're going to include negative 5. Yeah. Okay, and which way is my arrow going? It's going towards negative 6 because according to this, it says that anything that is negative 5 or smaller would work. So Madison, could I plug negative 5 in? And this should work, right? Yeah. So let's plug negative 5 in. And Madison, what is negative 9 times negative 5 equal to? 45. Is 45 less than or equal to 45? Yeah. Okay, good. I probably, since it could be equal to and it could be less than, I probably should try another number though, right? So you're going to try another number smaller than negative 5. What do you want to try? Negative 4 smaller than negative 5? I got to do something or use something on my arrow, right? So let's plug in negative 6. And Madison, what is negative 9 times negative 6? 54. Is 54 less than or equal to 45? Yes or no? It's not. Who is confused right now? Who thinks Madison did everything correctly? Who had this as their answer? By the way, if you're watching this video, almost everyone's raising their hand right now and they're completely stumped and confused. Huh. What does a negative mean? What's another word for, what's another term, or how do you define negative? Michael? Oh, yeah, but serious?
A number less than 0.
Okay, what else? Brady? Pranav? Opposite. A negative is an opposite, right? So if we are going to divide by a negative 9, 45 divided by negative 9 isn't 5. It's the opposite of 5, right? What's the opposite of 5? Negative 5. Okay, so if we're finding the opposite of 5 for 45 divided by negative 9, what do you think we need to do with our inequality? Pranav? Find its opposite. So we have to flip it, right? What is the opposite of b is less than or equal to negative 5? B is greater than or equal to negative 5. Because we're dividing by a negative here, my friends, and Annabelle, because we're dividing by a negative, we are finding the opposite of everything. Therefore, we need to flip our inequality. I know that's confusing. For the sake of just 6th grade and in general, we're going to go with the fact that when dividing or multiplying by a negative number when solving inequalities, you always flip the inequality. So let's do that right now. So let's erase all this garbage here. And by the way, Madison, I'm sorry I set you up for that one. When you divide by a negative 9, your answer is now going to be b isn't less than or equal to negative 5. It is going to be greater than or equal to negative 5 because we're flipping our inequality. We're finding the opposite. So let's go ahead and graph that like we did before. So we still have negative 5, we still have a negative 4, we still have a negative 6. Madison, open circle or closed circle? Closed circle at negative 5. Which way am I going? Towards negative 4, because our inequality has been flipped. So b is going to be greater than or equal to negative 5. Plug in negative 5. Doesn't matter. It works anyways. Let's plug in negative 4. What is negative 9 times negative 4, everybody? Is 36 less than or equal to 45? Yes, things are looking good. So here we go. Golden rule. We're still recording this. Number 5. Where are we on 5? No, 3. Number 3. Got 5 stuck in my head. Number 3. When solving inequalities, and you are multiplying or dividing by a negative number. You with me still? Yes, no? Yes, no? Yes, so when solving inequalities and you are multiplying or dividing by a negative number, you must, underline, 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 flip the inequality. I'm going to say greater than or less than sign. And the best way I can explain it to you now is if you're dividing or multiplying by a negative, you're dividing or multiplying by the opposite. Therefore, your inequality needs to be flipped to the opposite way. Michael?
So if it's like less than equal to, you change it to greater than. But
Correct. So we'll do a couple more of these.